high-grade Clanche Custom. Hey, what's up again, everybody? Robert184, 2Rs2Bs, GundamReviews.net, and there's something the high-grade age has been needing more of, and it's Clanche in the custom variety as the line comes to an end. Definitely one of the more notable characters from the third generation, so let's take a look at this high-grade model. December 2012 release. 1,300 yen you can make out there with some great cover art showing off Seric's custom there and a regular Clanche to go along with the Diva right there with its fully deployed, and there's the name in English and Japanese, number 31 in the HGH series. Don't forget you can buy this and lots more Gundams at Hobby Link Japan, links below. The custom, as its name entails, is just going to be a souped-up model of the regular high-grade Clanche over here. This was number 28 in the series, and they both sell for 1,300, and you may want to pick up a few of these if you want to recreate all of Seric's team. And it follows up in the Jimmish grunt line there with the Genoese leading into the Genoese 2, before the Gundam Age 1 was going to be co-opted and turned into the Adele, and the Age 2 would be becoming the transforming Clanches. But when the protagonist is young, they're definitely going to need leaders, and that role was filled by Wolf in the Genoese Custom, then the GXs before second generation bumped him up into the G-Bouncer, which never was painted up in Diva colors. Although that might be a nice flashback back to Asim in Generation 2 there, although I suppose the transformation connection to the H2 is going to have to be enough. It's around the box time we go, and I never get tired of seeing the plate laid out. Even if you can't unbox it in stores, you can still check it out. Looks like you're going to have just one plate there of all blue that's going to be very Adelish there, with a nice clear part there that'll be put onto the front. And you've definitely got an insectoid look, and I really like the looks of the Clanche. It looks like it has progressed 50 years, going back to the original Genoese and the old school ones. The rifle is looking good, and over here, what makes him custom besides the commander's antenna, going back to days of the Char Zaku 2, is just the fact that he's going to have a whole bunch more thrusters back there. Again, something very fitting for a team leader. This is going to transform there, and it's going to be coming with an action base there, which is going to be very, very nice. You can actually store the extra manipulators there down below, and it's also going to have landing gear, which is a pretty nice touch. You can see that it's going to work with the waist section and down with the knees. You're also going to have flexible thrusters there, and underneath the clear blue part, you can put on some green seals, which will look pretty good, even better when you put it on. And of course, this being part of the high-grade age line, it's going to be very dynamic, very posable, looking good there with beam sabers in hand. And you can also take the Dodge rifle and put it on the back. Great looking line art and some information about the mobile suit here before we get to see a recreation of one of the better scenes from the third generation, the Seric team taking on the moon there. You can see the two regular Clanches in the back, neither transformed. The custom definitely sets itself apart there. And here it is right out of the box, no effort on your part besides putting on the seals, and it'll look like this. So it's inside the box we go, where you're going to be getting here a small sheet of stickers, some pink beam sabers, a big plate of white and gray with the action base built right in there. You're also going to be getting polycaps, that nice dark clear blue there, the Adele blue-green if you want to call it that, to go along with some more gray for the inner frame, and the manual, and finally the pilot himself. Bandai's done a great job with the age line of keeping the plates pretty simple, so they have just the old switcheroo here, as you could have regular Clanche parts on one side, but for the custom they're just going to print it over here with some add-ons there. It's not going to say Clanche Custom on the name bar there, but you're going to see the blue that's going to make up the majority of the body, all of it looking very, very good, and over here you can see some of the larger parts that are going to be added on, and the parts there for the head and the front of the face. Much the same with the B-plate there, Clanche for the name, but you can see that this corner was going to be omitted and these parts added on, with one of the biggest bonuses I think that besides the bigger thrusters is that he's going to be having these little wings that are going to be jutting out of the blue or the teal, whatever color you want to call it, and they should look very good when it's actually transformed. With the C-plate again emphasizing value, because for 1,300 yen it's nice that you're going to be getting a 2 attachment point custom action base there, which is going to look good when it's either in MS mode or transform. You can see it's also going to have the landing gear, which was actually a really nice touch, even though considering that you can have it up in the air all the time because they're going to be providing the parts. The small parts there that are going to make up the hips and the legs, and you can also see the inside of its rather small Age 2 inspired shield. Before the D-plate wraps up the main stuff here, you can see for the hands that you're going to be getting 5 different sets of manipulators there, including a very nice one here where he's got 2 fingers, can look nice and dynamic, and you can see where the custom parts were swapped in. The letters CL here work for Clanche and for Clear, and you can see this is 6/2012. Would have been nice, I suppose, if we could have had an advanced grade of, if not the Clanche, which would have been great for army building, but at least one for Seric, who did take on a pretty major role in terms of the story. Before the classic PC001 and Saber 9s, these are the flat variety, are going to wrap things up for the plastic. With this sticker sheet being the first time that they actually mentioned the word custom on here, you can see that you're going to have mostly gray to go all over the place, some very small camera lenses, and some unique gray and green parts there that should look really good. It'll just be a question of how much they show through under the blue screen. And what is the manual going to reveal before that great cover art there again? Here it is, Seric Abis, yes, not the Abis Gundam, both forms of the Clanche Custom there. And when you crack it open, you're going to get some nice color splash pages there. You've got the Captain Moe there, or Captain Butts. And yes, somebody who was sadly forgotten in the Gunpla department, Bright Lorraine. It would have been very nice if they had done up a proper Genois 2, or even better, a Genois O Custom, or a combination that you could swap the parts on. I know I would buy 2 of them. Some nice shots of the mobile suit again. They're showing off the various sides in the war here. Space Pirates, Visidians, and the Vegans there. Here's the regular Clanche down there, and you can see the Dodds rifle and the very small shield there. The beam sabers are going to fit into the forms, which is always a nice touch, and that action base again adds a lot of value. And Bandai is going to be calling this light blue with watercolor there, 55%, white 30%, and emerald green making up 15% of it. Inside you can see the plates with nothing in terms of exceptions for the prices there, and after you build up the chest and the head and the arms, you can put together the upper body there, which are going to have some big thrusters sticking off the forearms. They look like a lot of fun there. Build up the lower body and attach it onto the action base. Before we get to see the transformation done in one page there, you're just going to be swapping off the cuffs, attaching the shield onto the back, getting the thrusters up, and then you can position the arms in a very strange way. Get the legs up there, pop the manipulators in, and put in the landing gear. The nice touch is going to be those nice little wing parts that are going to slide out there. But otherwise, you just gotta go back and flash back to the actual episode itself. Which is why I think this is almost a fitting end to the high-grade age line, which is going to be wrapping up soon. Anyway, can't wait to put it together, so stick around to see the parts and the mobile suit and the transformation. And as always, let me know what you think, and thanks for watching. See you next time, everybody. Bye.